Hi everyone. I wrote it down on my phone para alam ko lahat ng sabihin ko. I never thought this day would come, but so did everybody else when we actually lost this game. 17 years ago, a little boy entered the Ateneo as a student. 11 years ago, I played my first game for the Ateneo. And just moments ago, I played my last game for the Ateneo. Through that 17 years, I can always say that there's only one thing that remained constant between the time I came to Ateneo and the time that I'm leaving the Ateneo. And that's the traffic in Katipunan. It's so bad, guys. It's so bad. But I'm actually glad I don't have to go here anymore because we speak to the traffic. But a little back then, in between the 17 years when I started playing, when I entered the Ateneo and today, I was a big fan of the Ateneo Blue Eagles, especially that 2002 championship team. I watched every single game. I used to watch from so far, from like upper B or something, upper A, just to watch players play for the Ateneo. And I think that's when it all started. That's when I really wanted to play basketball for my life. And I'm thankful for that moment when Ateneo won the championship. And I went to the bonfire. I remember it was a rainy day. I was wearing white sneakers and it was really muddy. It was really bad. But I will never forget that moment as a kid, waiting for the players to come out and have them sign their shirt or something like that. And my idol back then was really Larry Furniture. It was really him. I really believe that he was really one of the best players I've ever seen. And what I noticed about Larry, not just Larry, but the players of the 2002 championship team was they had this certain school spirit that you couldn't teach anybody. And that's what I saw, and that's what I emulated to be. I wanted to be a player who wanted to win, not just for myself, but for the team, for the school, for my family. And I guess I can honestly say without a doubt that I played with all my heart each and every game for the Ateneo. And I never looked for individual statistics. I never wanted individual fame for myself. I always wanted to win. I always wanted my teammates to succeed. I always wanted my coaches to get the credit when we win. It was just something that was part of me growing up. And I'm thankful that even though we lost today, I was still able to play my heart out in my last game. And I was still able to witness some of my young teammates grow, some of the older guys fight it out at the end, and the coaches as well. Now, when I was let me remember. Grade 7. Grade 7, I was around 13, 14 years old. I fractured my right ankle. And I wanted to quit playing basketball for a while because I never knew that such a thing would happen. As a young kid, you don't expect these things to happen. But I just want to thank my family out there for providing me strength and inspiration. It's that moment when I got injured. First of all, the whole Ateneo community, just every single one of you guys. I was a part of the community when I was watching players play, and now I'm a player. It's such a good feeling to know that everybody is out there supporting the team, myself. So yeah, thank you. The fans, obviously, there wouldn't be an Ateneo game without fans, because I honestly believe that Ateneo has the best crowd of the whole UAE, I think even the whole Philippines, because nobody really watches PBA. Sorry, coaches. The alumni, of course, you guys are always there, whether it's to support us financially or in other ways. Just want to thank you guys. Without you, we wouldn't be playing here, and we wouldn't have made it this far, that's for sure. To all my titas, too many to mention, but you guys know who you are. From all the titas who were just wanted to talk to me after the game when I was a kid, and now some of them are photographers, some of them became my mom's friends, my family friends. So thank you all. To my teachers, from grade school to high school to college, too many again to mention. But I'd like to give a special mention to Ms. Forteza, who was my fourth year moderator, and Mr. Enza Flojo, who is now an analyst for the UAE. They were my moderators for the latter part of my high school life. So I'm still very much in touch with them, so I really want to mention them on here. And this one, can you all give a round of applause to the Blue Bubble Banana? Someone actually told me he was disgusted when he found out that being part of the Blue Bubble Battalion was considered being a war and because they soccer is sport, but in their defense, they cheer their hearts out every single game, and they don't get any credit. So thank you so much, Blue Bubble Battalion, from the time that I was in grade school, high school, college. You guys were amazing. It's been such a joy to play in front of you guys when you guys are cheering your hearts out. To the management, former manager Paolo Trillo, who's the one who recruited me to play here. To current management, Epo was you. Tita Mita, if she's here. Tita Debbie. Tita, I love you. MVP, obviously, we wouldn't be even reaching this point without him, so he gets a lot of credit. To my coaches, but Mamalu, thank you so much. You're so thoughtful. What you do every day is something that is very, very, very hard to imagine, because sobrang kulit namin. So every day she gets irritated by all of us, but she does her job. So thank you so much. Coach Andre, who is my strength and conditioning coach for 5 years, and buti naman coach na dito ka online, kasi she's been talking text, so but thank you, Coach Andre. I know we always talk that konti na lang, Coach Andre, hindi ko na ako makita. Today is that day, so congratulations. Coach Yuri, shout out, because he helps me with my shooting after practice before games. Thanks, Coach Yuri. Coach Joe was my coach in grade 6 in my PSVL, and he's really one of the first ones who really believed in me, so thanks, Coach Joe. Coach Gab, I have a lot to thank about Coach Gab, because he taught me not just about basketball, but about life as well. And he always invites me to Tuesday morning yoga in LGB. Coach G, si Coach G, simple lang, pero when he talks, he means business. So, Coach G, thank you so much. It's been a good 5 years. Coach Andy, I'm sure you all know him, but he's really one of the guys where you can talk to him about something no matter what. And he's not just a coach for me, he's also a very good father figure, a very good friend to me. So, Coach Chance, thank you so much. Coach Ronnie, Coach Javi, who are not here. Yeah, they're not here, but they helped a lot during the season, especially in the latter part, offense-wise and strategy-wise. To my former coaches, before I forget, Coach Iris over there, Coach Lamay, he's not here today, of course, but I really want to take a few moments to thank him because I really feel like I wouldn't be here without him. He's really one of the first people to push me to be who I am. He really, he actually not really threatened me, but he really told me that if I don't become the player that he thinks I can be, he's going to be very disappointed, and that really fueled me to be the player who I am, the person who I am. Obviously, Coach Bo, I already spoke to Coach Bo while I was in the dugout, but Coach, I just want to thank you personally in front of everybody. Because not only did you give me my break, my chance of playing time, my chance to play on the court, but you also inspired me to be a better person. Because as you all know, he always takes the blame. He always takes the blame. And it's unfair, to a point where it's unfair. Because he sacrificed so much for this school, for this family, for this team. And he never complained to us. He never took out his anger on us. He kept coaching. He kept doing what he had to do. And for that, Coach Bo, even if your coaching stint ends with me today, I really believe that further on in life, we'll still be very close friends. To my teammates, to all the young guys who have another play here, you guys don't understand in the dugout. I won't repeat myself anymore, but you have a chance to make amends for this loss this year. So don't take it for granted because the next thing you know, you're going to be like me up here on the stage, thanking everybody when you're graduating. To my fellow seniors, Fonz and I, we faced each other in high school using San Pedro Ateneo, of course. And it's been such a roller coaster ride between that time and this time, but I'm thankful that Fonzo came to Ateneo. I'm celebrating my graduation with him also. To Wayne, who we faced in high school, he was my matchup in high school. Tanong na lang sa alam ko sino yung nalabas ko. But kidding aside, we came in the same time. I always believe that Queen has the skills to be one of the best players. He really does. And I'm rooting for him, especially in the next chapter of his life. So Queen, good luck. To Kiefer, sana din tayo ng teammates talaga. Sana. I'm hoping my fingers are crossed. But no, seriously, no, thank you so much. 11 years yata tayo kasama. So it's been a really good journey. It's been a really long journey, but good one nonetheless. To my girlfriend, si Laura Lina. Kahit talo ko, feeling ko panalo pa rin ako. kidding aside, she is really the most genuine person I know. She's the nicest person you'll ever meet. And I'm very thankful for having her in my life right now. Moving on. Okay naman kayo? Okay naman? Kulang pa, di ba? To my family, my sister is here right now. She's asking me to stand up. She flew in from San Francisco this morning just to watch me. Yeah, thank you so much for asking. I know you wanted to watch the Wednesday game, but okay lang yan. At least you can hang out. My brother and my sister, thank you so much. To all the drivers, part of the family with sila, thank you so much. And to my mom, please stand up, please. My mom is my number one fan, and she will fight anybody who thinks that they are the number one fan. She will. So thank you so much, Mom. I love you. To my dad, please stand up. My dad is my first coach, and he is the guy that I can turn to and talk to about anything. Actually, literally anything. So, thanks, Dad. My dad and I also we shoot every single day in the morning, if you guys didn't know. So that's a special moment for us every day. It works out. So, thanks, Dad. Thanks, Mom. Just to close, I don't want to go off the stage because this is my last time to address you guys. Just to give you a short story, a lot of people ask me why I'm jersey number 19. For all my life, I've been jersey number 19. And there's a story behind it. In my first varsity team, I was one of the last ones to be chosen. And the only number available was the last one, which is number 19. And ever since then, I kept it as a reminder to myself that everything can be taken away from you just like that. So I really cherished every moment I was on the basketball court because I never knew when it could just go away all of a sudden. And being the last person to get picked in the team in my first varsity team, I guess it goes full circle because right now they were doubting all of us coming in the season. We were underdogs, but we gave them a hell of a fight. We came down swinging, and as my teammates know, we have nothing to be ashamed of because we fought so hard until the very end. And that's basketball. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But if you keep fighting, one way or another, things will turn out well for you. So